Good morning, all. I hope you slept well. I slept well. Ooh, boy, did I have some dreams. I did indeed. And I got a message. I do indeed. And I think that it has to be said that, for entertainment purposes only, my perspectives, my beliefs, and take away with what resonates, leave the rest. I think it's important for people to recognize that when you start picking up on things that people are doing or saying, whether it's genuinely or maliciously, it's one of those things where you start recognizing different things, when you can recognize patterns and synchronicities. And there's a reason why we all are divinely orchestrated to be who we are with the gifts that we have, right? And once you wake up and you start recognizing the gifts that you have within you, because we all do, every single one of us, okay? God sets it up for you to recognize and learn things in the way that you knew in the nature of the beast. So you can be aware of how to react, how to respond, and how to move forward with grace and empathy and unconditional love and unconditional non-judgment and unconditional forgiveness. However, understand your standards and your boundaries. There's nothing wrong with people having standards and boundaries. Nothing. Everybody deserves to have standards and boundaries that you set for yourself. The government doesn't tell you what you need to do, and people around you don't tell you what they need to look like. It's for you. Period. And you have to get to your place in your life where you know that and you feel that and you move accordingly. Like, for me, because I have so divinely pieced things together with God, Source, and Most High, and not even all of it, barely scratching the surface. Like I said in multiple videos, I don't even want to know all of it. Those are, skeletons you can keep in your closet. By all means, that's something you have to wrestle with. It makes me sick to my stomach, the things that I do know, right? And I don't move in revenge. I don't move in malice, or I move in disappointment. I move in sadness, but I also move in awareness. I move in awareness, right? And so, for example, because I've pieced together the puzzles when it comes to my son and everything that has been bestowed onto me and my son, I don't mess with that. I don't play around with that. Like, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to agree with me. And you can keep running the other way, and that's totally cool. Like, I respect you for that, but I am a human being. I'm entitled to my feelings. I'm entitled to advocate for myself. I'm entitled to spread awareness, because it's not only just happening to me, it's happening to people all over this world. All right. And it breaks my heart that the precious time that I had and have with my son has been totally maliciously played in a sick way. I was just having a conversation with my mom in reference to the 17 years, and we have been through so freaking much. And for people to it just breaks my heart that on both sides of the fence, that there are people so broken and so lost in their ego and in their ways to go to those lengths to target families and their children. So there's that venture of it that breaks my heart. And then to be on the other side of the fence, to be that family, to be that single mother, and your child be the one that is happening to, And so, as well as I sit here and I say this, I know that there's going to be different narratives and different things. But at the end of the day, ask yourself, are you walking through, or have you walked through half the stuff I have? And if you haven't, I don't know why you're putting your 2 cents in it. Like, people just need to allow people space to heal, advocate, and spread awareness in the way that they do. And it's just not happening. but I'm sorry. I'm not going to turn over on my bed and pretend like what's been done to me and my son hasn't happened. It's just not in my nature, period. And God doesn't stand for it too. We have to move away from a world that does such tactics like that. Those types of tactics don't need to be anywhere inside the world. Globally, nationally, federally, like the fact that we even have those should make you question what kind of reality we're living in. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not there, it's all good. I respect you for where you're at, but this is where I'm at. And so that said, when I was laying down, it came to me about blacklisted and watch list, because that came up in dinner with my girlfriend. I was like, shoot, maybe I should book a flight. Maybe I should book a flight, and maybe I'll get taken in a little room and I can get to the bottom of this. Maybe that's my way, I ain't scared to do that, but I just got to thinking about it. I was like, after I left dinner, I was like, that's interesting. Gonna have to put that little one in my back pocket. Maybe when I finally make some money, I'll book a little flight just to prove a point. See if I can get my day in court, my day in a room, It's so funny. I'm not sure what we're doing here. Signs you are spiritually BL'd and watch listed. I don't know what I can say on here. Again, for entertainment purposes only. My personal opinions, my experiences of what I've walked through. Your faith-based content is shadow banned or removed. While others preach prosperity and water down messages freely, your trauma-informed, truth-based testimony is labeled violating guidelines. Well, that's a checkaroo. We'll give it a checkaroo there. Check. You're excluded from spaces where you once belonged. Check. Former spiritual communities go silent, distance themselves once you start walking in prophetic clarity, calling out injustice and corruption. Maybe in different facets, not the spiritual communities, but I definitely know the spiritual community has their hands in it, no doubt. And my local community, for sure, statewide, wouldn't doubt it. Statewide, 100%. Daddy D, You're labeled too intense, too deep, and too much. Oh, I can hear them saying that. I wear it with honor. Yeah, I'm too much of everything. You can't box me in. Sadi. Your spiritual insight threatens surface level comfort zones, so they call you divisive instead of discerning. There's always different ways to change it, flip it. People watch your moves but avoid your mission. Your platforms are monitored. Your words are studied, not to support, but to mimic, water down, and discredit. Check. I got a lot of people stealing from me, making a lot of money, taking things I say, watering it down, delivering the message as it's not supposed to, weaponizing it yet, of course, like they do with God and Jesus. And here we are, we're literally reliving the freaking Bible. You're publicly discredited, but privately imitated. I love that. You speak bold truth and get ridiculed, while the same truth gets rebranded, repackaged by others for clout. Dun, 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 dun. You're spiritually isolated, but not silenced. The more you walk and you're in the calling, the more you notice orchestrated patterns of rejection, confusion, and resistance around you. Man, I'm telling you, check. Your walk threatens systems, not souls. That part. You're not blacklisted because you're wrong. You're blacklisted because you're spiritually disrupted to the comfort-based Christianity and the power-protecting institutions. The power-protecting institutions. That's bold, isn't it? Being blacklisted is natural, often means that you are marked in the spirit. They don't silence the powerless. They silence the prophetic. And that's a big thing. I don't feel like I'm prophetic at all. I can't save anybody that doesn't want to be saved. I'm here for anybody that wants to be saved, but you have to want to be saved. You have to want to do the work. You have to want to do the healing. And if you walk with power issues, greed issues, ego issues, deception issues, all these different things. You can't walk with God. It's just not feasible. It's hard, I know, because of the conditionings of the world, but it's just truth.